Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols, and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth. And today from the Lockman Foundation, we have an NASB 2020 giant print Bible. Now let's check it out. First of all, it does come in a two-piece box rather than a clamshell. And it is black genuine leather. Now Lockman's genuine leather tends to be a little stiff and a little rough feeling, but the grain is really nice on that. Check it out. I believe that is a stamped grain. If I remember correctly, all their grains are kind of stamped, except for on their goat skin and their prime series. I know their calf skin is stamped, and I'm pretty sure their genuine leather is stamped, but very nice job, very excellent looking. It kind of has a matte kind of finish. It's not super shiny. Two really nice double-sided 3/8" satin ribbons with the flat cut. It has gold foil kind of stamped. It's not raised hubs on the spine, but still really nice. They do put a lot of information on the spine, and a lot of people that kind of bothers them. It doesn't bother me too much because when it's sitting on the shelf, you know exactly what you're grabbing. You know it's a giant print, you know it's the 2020, you know who published it, and obviously you know it's the Bible. With that said, the gilding on this. One thing about Lockman that I will give them credit for and props is their gilding work always looks really nice. Really good ribbons. I don't like it. A lot of publishers do this. I don't like it when they glue up the ribbons because their goal is to make those perfect little triangles. But what it does is when you use the ribbon, it funkies it up. See it? So yeah, it's nice because it guides you on how to make that perfect triangle because you tuck it in. And then when you close it, you got the nice little triangle there. But if you know how to use ribbons, then it's very, and also it can kind of mess up your gilding right there because it's so tight. But anyhow, that's not a big deal. One thing that Lockman does that I absolutely love is they use a synthetic liner, a vinyl liner with really nice reinforcement tape here. So that means this block is going to hold on really well. The corners look good for a mass-produced Bible. Can't hardly complain about that. This is a paste down liner, obviously. There is no art gilding. This is just regular gold gilding. And when you open it, check it out. Boom. Really big, 13.5 font. Now what really makes this Bible nice is that it is the same size as like a standard Bible. This is a thin line, and when you compare it in size, it's going to be identical in size. Now, the disadvantage is it's going to be a thick daddy. So if you want the large print or you want the giant print, you have to have either a tremendously large trim size or it's going to be a little bit thicker than a thin line. So now let's talk about this paper real quick. This is the blue tinted paper. So this is going to frustrate some folks, but as I've said, I really like the opacity of this blue tinted paper, and it just really doesn't bother me. But I love the words per line. This looks to have about 5 to 6 words per line in a double column format. It does not have references, but it does have limited notes. So this is a bright white looking paper with kind of a blue tint to it. Has really nice gutter space here. I like that they have that well out of the gutter for a very large print Bible. That is pretty outstanding. When you get into the New Testament, now this isn't common for a lot of Lockman Bibles, but this does have a red letter text, and that, check it out, that is a beautiful, dark, really nice red letter text. It looks excellent. I love this layout. I love the giant print. I love the fact that they have several options for people with different eyesight issues to where they have kind of the output and they have the large print compact, which is kind of tight. I love the spacing in this. Check it out. It's got really nice letting space between each line, and it's just very easy to read, very comfortable to read. This is a good dark, bold print. The red letter is just really outstanding. Line match. One thing Lockman does that I'll never understand why they do it is they don't justify their text. I've never understood that. The justify the text would hide some of that ghosting here. I don't get it, but it's still a beautifully laid out Bible. Then when you get to the back, you're going to have the standard things that you're used to seeing in your NASB. You're going to have your topical index of the Old and New Testament. You're going to have your book introductions, and then lastly, you're going to have your Lockman maps. So really sharp looking. It is a sewn binding as always. Really nice. So if you have eyesight that doesn't quite see that large print, and definitely can't see the small print, this 13.5 font is definitely going to work for you. It is a little bit of a heavy Bible, but it's thick, and it's got a good thick paper that we're used to with our Lockman Bibles. So there you have it. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nichols Worth.